Hello guys, if these leaks are correct, there will be a dev blog where storm buffs are discussed on the 7th tomorrow. A couple of days ago I asked you what changes you would like to see to Storm, so I thought it would be fun to go over those, go over mine, and we can compare with what actually gets buffed in her kit. And if someone is correct, good job, thumbs up. You get a cookie and a gold star, congratulations. So first off with my changes, I think that the projectile speed of Storm's left clicks should be faster, and I think that they should remove the fall off damage because she does 0 damage at range. It is actually pitiful. It is so sad. So, with how slow the projectiles are, I don't know why there's damage fall off. It's kind of insane. Also, I think that we need to severely improve the hit registration of projectiles in this game because I have no regs on left clicks and right clicks like probably 5 times a game. And a very common situation is that I get someone 1 HP, they're about to escape, I shoot them, I get a no reg, and then they escape when they should have died. It's very infuriating. Alright, starting with the first one from Socks55. I feel like I would appreciate it if she just had a bit more mobility, either horizontally or vertically. Compared to Iron Man and Star-Lord, who also fly, she definitely feels more like a sitting duck. But that might be something I'm doing wrong, not good enough to tell yet, haha. This is a sentiment I see a lot, that people think she needs improved mobility, and I think if they buff her mobility, if anything, it should be in her wind form. I think the issue with a lot of people playing Storm is they try and play like Iron Man, and they just fly in the open and die when you need to be playing low to the ground and corners behind cover a lot. You have to be very cautious with her. Alright, Uank 13, I wish they made her right like bounce between enemies and just rework her team up ability. Yeah, so her team up with Thor is pretty sad. Storm's team up with Thor does 50 damage that chains to 3 targets. Moon Knight's left click shoots 3 projectiles that deal 25 damage each and chains to 3 targets. So he does, if you hit all 3, which is you're probably going to, it's not that hard with Moon Knight, you deal 75 damage with chains. So Moon Knight's left click, which he spams, does a lot more damage than Storm's 20-second cooldown Thor team up, which is insane. So if they made this her right click, sure. They might want to buff the damage a little bit because you kind of need the single target damage to help finish people because the right click does 70 as opposed to 50. Monan 8038, make her primary fire consistent or like certain pattern like CS, just not random at least. Her left click is consistent. It goes where you're aiming every time. I think the visual might look a little inconsistent because it comes out at different angles, like the projectile looks a bit different, but it always goes to the same place. Fizz, less damage fall off, aura being cylindrical instead of spherical, right click being chain lightning, maybe some faster base movement speed. Yeah, the cylindrical aura would probably be a good change. It would be a good quality of life thing, because if you do have to fly up in the air, which you shouldn't be doing super often, you aren't really buffing your team because it's a sphere. The right click being chain lightning, yeah, we talked about that. Faster base movement speed. I think if they buff her movement at all, it should be in her wind aura because she already has speed boost. So if you're gonna buff her mobility, just make the speed boost better. J Malinsky 4789, no permanent flight but more mobility. I don't think they'd do that. It would just change the character's identity too much for them to do that, honestly. Noodles 982, remove reload. Why you have reload wins? True. This is actually pretty true. I've seen a lot of people talk about this too. Yeah, I mean, logically, it doesn't really make any sense. I guess it's just for balance, but like the reload is really fast anyway, so I don't think it's a huge deal that you have to reload. It's kind of strange, but it is what it is. Elijah 821, literally just the ability to headshot. Yeah, if they want to buff her damage, giving her the ability to headshot would be an easy way to do it for sure. I think this would be an okay change. It would reward skillful players. The pretzel bread. I think I'd buff one of either her primary or secondary fire, put more damage or lower cooldown on the secondary, or a faster fire rate, or more / infinite ammo on the primary. Yeah, I mean, a lower cooldown on the right click would probably be fine. I think rather than fire rate, I would just rather have faster projectiles and the infinite ammo. I mean, we talked about that with the reloading. Death Shot 429 makes Storm have infinite ammo because what is she actually reloading? It's like Venom trying to reload his tentacles. Doesn't make sense. All right, so again with the reloading, I mean, it's a balance thing. You can't bring logic into this, okay? This is a video game. None of it makes sense. We're playing a character that flies around and shoots lightning, okay? But yeah, the reloading is annoying, I know. I get it. T-Rel 711, she needs to haul ass or give her a temporary shield. She's too slow and relies on a lot of healing. Her team ability is just another weave and fire. She should cast weaving ice ability. or something much more dynamic. Maybe a small AoE blizzard for area denial. Fall off removal, headshot damage, or infinite ammo. One of them is fine. I haven't seen anybody recommend shield for her before. If they're gonna give her shield or something, I think it should be when she hits E into her wind aura, because currently, if there's like no reason really to hit E in your wind aura. Like depending on the map, you'll do it out of spawn to get to the first fight quicker. But 99% of the time, it's better value to just hold it and use it in lightning aura to do damage. Team ability is just another weave for primary fire. Yeah, I mean, we talked about the team up. A lot of people complain about the team up. Fall off removal, headshot damage, infinite ammo. Yeah, these are all repeated things for sure. Bear Manly, I would double her default movement speed, maybe even triple if she's in wind mode. I don't care at all about her AoE buff to the team. Get rid of it if you have to. I like buffing my team. I like giving them damage boost. There's some characters that it actually helps a ton. For example, Widow. Widow can one-shot with the damage boost. I mean, obviously you don't see Widow often, but that's just an example. Glazzy4826. I want Storm's E ability to be on a 12-second cooldown rather than 16 and maybe more ammo. I mean, yeah, so I think that a cooldown buff for her E would probably be good. It would help her damage a ton, and it would give you more reason to use it in wind aura because you're not losing like so much damage if you can do it more frequently, you know? So that would be a fine change to reduce the E's cooldown. And more ammo, yeah, more ammo, infinite ammo, seeing that a lot for sure. Voids 10101, the auto flying, I'd love it to be easier to position her, especially since she has damage fall off on her attack. Yep, so another person who wants a movement buff. Hot dog, it's kind of hard to only pick one. She's not trash like everyone thinks, but she could do with some love. If I can only pick one buff, it would have to be remove the damage fall off. 20 meters is pretty rough to lose half your damage on default attack. I don't know if her right click has damage fall off. I want to say it doesn't, but I could be wrong. Her right click doesn't have fall off, but yeah, I agree. Left click should not have fall off. It's really silly. Lozo Tezuka? She should fly faster if she hits people. I feel like that would help her gameplay flow better. Make it a passive and call it building static. Yo, this is interesting. Okay, I'm going back with buffing her E speed. I think this would be cool as fuck. This would be so cool. This would reward hitting your shots. I mean, obviously, as long as it didn't buff her speed too much, if it was like 8% or something, that would be really cool. Sortix 7328. Her basic attacks should bounce between enemies after buffing her basics. So I think this means when you hit E, your left clicks should bounce between enemies, maybe. I mean, they already pierce. I think you need to probably be careful with buffing her cleave too much because all of her stuff already pierces, and if it's like too easy to get the cleave damage, like if it just auto bounces like Moon Knight, you kind of lose the identity, right? You're just basically becoming Moon Knight at that point. I like how her left clicks work, honestly. I just think they need to move faster. Kawabunga dude. I honestly like that she's different from just a dink heads kind of character, and I wish they'd lean into the whole AoE damage thing more. So if I can only change one thing, I'd make her primary fire hitbox wider so it's easier to get multi-hits with. Yeah, that would probably be a good change. I mean, it would help be more consistent with left clicks. Piercing would hit more people. Yeah, sure. Kvant 5016. Speed aura also heals her and teammates. Primary fire heals teammates if flying through them, or teammates need stronger buffs. After their changes, move Storm to support. I don't want Storm to be a support. I think most people, well, I don't know about most. I think there's probably some people that would like this, but I like her as a DPS. I like dealing damage with her. I think the abilities are fun for doing damage, and I don't want her to be a support. Personally, subjective personal opinion. Melee 2 kill, remove reload, less damage fall off, make her right click bounce. Yep, same sentiment that we've seen a lot today. For Million C, primary could be a pattern of wind, bolt, or just damage off first shots. I do wish she had stronger thunderbolt attack. Maybe also make it bigger so I can hit multiple and give it 2 charges to hold on to. So I assume they mean the right click with the thunderbolt attack. Yeah, I mean 2 charges would actually probably be, I think that would be a good change without making her OP, because you'd be able to more reliably like hit scan shots, right? So you can only use it once every 8 seconds currently, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, 8 seconds. So if they gave you 2 charges, you could choose to use them both on one person or send the main, do whatever. That might be fun. And I don't think it would make her overpowered. Rackle1573, primary attack should bounce to 1 additional target and 2 additional when using E, and that'll only make her good in team fights. And yeah, we already have Moon Knight. We don't need her left clicks to chain. We already have Moon Knight in the game. My opinion, Johnny Scissors, #1 with a bullet, is changing the buff from the sphere to a column. She should get to spend all her time in the sky. Yeah, I mean, the sphere to column thing, a common thing people say. I think it would be a good quality of life change. Mr. Weaver 124, I think she should get a movement speed boost, probably up to 9 to 10 meters per second. Right click should Bounce for half damage. Primary fire should be dropped to 60 per hit, but in trade she goes through shields. Her auras should be buffed. I don't think anybody should be able to shoot through shields, because if you're holding right click to block damage, you want to, you know, be able to block damage. I think this would just be kind of annoying to play against. Right click should bounce. Yep, replace the right click with Thor team up would be a good change, as we said. And the movement speed boost we talked about. Mr. George 102. Mobility speed definitely. 20% damage boost on right click. More duration. Ulti. Make her immune to damage while she's casting. Last better cooldowns of her abilities, like her E, right click, and synergy skill. I haven't seen anyone talk about her ult yet, because I think her ult, everyone can agree, her ult is pretty strong. I don't know if we need to make her immune to damage while she's casting. I mean, you just do it behind a wall, out of line of sight, and you're safe like 99% of the time. The 20% damage boost on right click, maybe. I don't know if that would affect the breakpoints, so that you would need one less left click per kill, because currently if you have someone in your Thunder Aura and you hit E, it's 2 left clicks and a right click. So maybe that would make it so it's only 1 left click, which would make it a lot easier to hit her combo, I guess. Better cooldowns of her abilities. I think if they do anything, just to her cooldowns, lower the Goddess boost cooldown by like a few seconds. Jordan Lung 7363. She has a very static kind of play style and counterintuitive forces her to play at range and with teammates, but the damage fall makes it very unsatisfying to play that way. And the damage fall off, yeah, I agree. Get rid of the damage fall off. It's really annoying. It's pitiful doing 25 damage a shot when you're far away, for how hard it is to hit the shots. Andre Schwarz 5971. I just hit GM full solo queue, mainly playing Storm on her. 55 hours, holy. I'd like to add a little stun to her right click so she can interrupt some ults and has a better 1v1 game. Yeah, I mean, if they put a little stun in her kit, I don't think that would be too insane. Hela has a stun for some reason, so if Hela can have a stun, why not Storm? You know, I think that would be fine. Bro, let me fall fast with Storm. Why my entire team can make a jump pad, but the Goddess of Weather can't? Yeah, I mean, okay, if they buff her mobility at all, they could do her, I don't think they should touch her base movement speed, but they could touch her speed buff and her wind aura. They could do that thing that other guy said where you get a little speed boost when you hit shots. That might be cool. Or Jasper Queen 3676, they could make her like descending and ascending speed a bit quicker, because it is pretty slow. I mean, I'll be honest, it is pretty slow. All right, that is all the replies. I hope you like the video. If you like this kind of stuff, let me know. I can do more things. I can ask more questions. We can have more discussions about the character. I think it's fun. I like it. I like seeing your guys' thoughts. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.